Okay, how about the one that's sitting next to my couch? It tends to turn off occasionally randomly when it's not supposed to. Which one am I on? In retrospect, I should have kept attention to this. Maybe it's the fourth one? I have to reload this, no biggie. I don't actually remember. Yeah, this looks right. I got 2 of them. This is going to require me to look in the room to see which one it is. I definitely got that one. And that's the room I got it in. So I only have 2 stained glass windows. System events. Okay, I'll take a look at that. And then this one. I thought I got that one. Or maybe those are ones I didn't complete. Doesn't help me. Oh, okay, I see the window breaks when you get it. Okay, that's how it works. Sup, Sukati? Nope, same mic, different place. So I'm presently in the great outdoors in the DC area, using the same mic, and there's lots of cicadas. And I forgot how everything works in this game suddenly. Which button is which? That's mouse. That's launch. Okay. So, yeah. Not much I can do about that, unfortunately. Because when I'm streaming in DC, I stream in the great outdoors. That would be cool if it was a new mic. But no, just when you're recording in different rooms, it sounds different. Just how it is. It's weird. Nope. Sup, William Vintage? How you doing? And I apologize to everyone who this is blinding. It doesn't look any better on this side. But it's on the list of things I have to beat, so may as well do it since I know where it is. I think some well-placed goatness will help. I think they probably wouldn't choose to do this if they made this game again today. Yeah, maybe a little sorry. There we go. This room is all about learning how to most effectively use your charge and double jump. And one of the most important things is you can double jump out of a charge, because I kind of forgot about that. It's important. Okay. That's the next shot. I think this one's also a charge, jump, jump, and just fall down. Kind of like falling down. Okay, well that was close to what I wanted, so at least it's in the realm of possibility. Man, it's so much easier once you've actually done something like once. The problem is goats do not behave well. Can you, like, cancel my momentum? No, you cannot cancel goat momentum. Alright, so, the trials and tribulations of getting the stream to work today. Got a phone and start set up. Oh, nice! And you're good, excellent. Hope it's a nice new phone. I've been staring at mine thinking, maybe it's finally time to give up my Neo-Luddite ways and move along with the world. As much as I love my iPhone SE, it just doesn't really keep up anymore, he says as he keeps running his goat straight into a wall, electric wall. So as I was going to say, like, problems I ran into when streaming, wanting to stream today. One, the machine that handles a lot of my stuff crashed last night. So I had to bug a friend to go and go to my apartment and reset it. Which is why Squiggles is telling us about computer diagnostics. Because it's been doing that recently. It's the computer I use for streaming, and it's had some just odd flakiness, which isn't great. Like Dark Souls crashed when I was playing it a couple times ago. I'm getting a little bit worried that it might be a sign that the machine, some part of the machine is on the way out. But Snyder went and rebooted it, so it's all good. Got all that reset up. Figured out the OBS WebSocket stuff, because that was obnoxious. Well, I think I can salvage it. No, I can't. Apparently between versions, so OBS WebSocket used to be a plugin for OBS, and then they decided to integrate it, but then they changed everything to make it obnoxious. So I had to rejigger some stuff, get a new package for it, but now ads will work. Also, the color that I use as a color fill has been fixed to be correct now, because previously it wasn't. The color picker in Mac OBS is insane. I do not understand it. It only lets you pick colors using, like, Mac OS things. You can't just enter in a hexadecimal number. Like, seriously, who designed this thing? And then finally, after all that, I sit down, bring all the laptops outside, get the microphone plugged in, get the gamepad out, plug in the 2 laptops, and power doesn't work on one of them. Which is disconcerting. Then, power doesn't work on either of them, which is even more disconcerting. So, I think what happened, after much troubleshooting, about 20 minutes of it, is that the socket I was using is some sort of safety socket, and it's tripped, and I don't know how to reset it, and pressing the reset button doesn't seem to work. So, kind of gave up on that front, went and found an extension cord, and now there's a large extension cord running across the deck to the 2 computers so I can have them plugged in. All in all, it's ridiculous. But I realized it'd been like 2 weeks since I streamed. I kind of wanted to. And I do want to finish a scapegoat, though presently I'm not demonstrating it very well. I do have another thing in backup just in case I scapegoat well enough to escape a scapegoat, but I'm not convinced it's going to happen. But yeah, that's been that. Dang, I just gotta drop a little lower there. I can retry that. First time I got to this room, I never made it past the second jump. Because I was doing just the wrong thing. It's very much about spacing that second jump. Charge, then go. Charge, then goat. But yeah, got some things done, some useful things done, some not so useful things done. Like, all the Final Fantasy II VODs are finally going on YouTube. There's like 1 more week of those. Got all the QLDC stuff done. It's just done. I don't need to mess with QLDC 2023 ever again unless, like, I feel like it. Which, who knows, I might. CLDC I'm still working on. Was looking at some of the ROM Hack Races stuff too. I ended up scraping the ROM Hack Races site to get some data. And it turns out some was missing, oddly enough. And then when I looked at it, I came to the conclusion that it wasn't because they wanted to... Someone wanted to hide their data because, like, they're not happy about the level or something. So much as it just omissions because things get lost. So, informed Dr. No. He told me to inform someone else. I've informed him, and we'll see what happens if that data gets filled in. But they're going to try to make a new website soon. I realized it was written in PHP, and that just strikes me as a good idea regardless. So, maybe at some point they'll make it so that the website has useful, like, query endpoints so I can just, like, get the data I need freshly without pulling 15 random generated PHP pages. Still, in terms of crawlers, like, I'm not being too bad. I'm just crawling the season pages. I've done worse. In fact, I got, like, a nightly crawler that goes across some stuff on SMW Central. And it's not quite... It's pretty nice, though. It only does 1 page per... It loads only the pages it needs. I think, actually, it's got a wrong endpoint. So it might grab fewer pages than it needs, which means it's even kinder. Here we go. Got a good shot. Yes! We're out of this awful room. Now I have to find another awful room. Okay. I guess it wants me to go to this room. Go by it. Oh, dang bugger. So now we need to find a secret. It could be in this room. It might not be in this room, but it could be in this room. My mouse friend find it? No. So things we know about, like, the secrets. Well, that looks like a secret right there, doesn't it? Or is that where I came in? Secret could be pre-button press. Hard to know. Okay, realistically, there's only 3 rooms it could be in. Let's take a look here. Okay, that's clearly where I came in from. Where could a secret be in this room? Wish I knew what that meant. That's what I get for cheating. Goat secret. Now we know that it has to be one of these 2 rooms because of how this game works. So things that are true. There's holes here. I think there's exactly the same number of holes as there are stained glass windows. And rooms that are adjacent to holes can have the secret exits. Rooms with orbs cannot have secret exits. And so, for any given spot, there's pretty much only like 2 rooms it could possibly be. I guess this room, this hole, can't possibly have a secret exit unless it's a secret exit in a secret exit. And this one could have a lot. Not only the game, but yourself. I haven't cheated. No cheating has occurred. Let's try this room. This room could have some surface area that was untouched. Take a moment and think. Oh, it's this room. It does have the pimp hat, though. Like, any possible spot could hold a secret. Not exactly sure how to unlock them. I also have to wait for my mouse buddy to come back around to open this up for me. I'm not confident about this particular room. And yeah, you can see the entrance there again. Oh, he's stuck. How did he get stuck? How did he even get over there? I'm just confused. Alright. Try the other room. It's a very empty room. With a big space you don't really have to go to. So I guess we'll see. What's this do? That's a squisher. Gonna guess he contains a key. And once he gets squishered... Okay, maybe not. That's the conventional exit, I think. Oddly dark. Oh, I needed to put my buddy there. Okay. Well, that's a problem then. There's a limited time only where I can actually pull that off. Is he gonna turn around? Yeah, he'll turn around. So I have another shot at this. I guess I could have also released him from here. That would have been easy. Alright. Well, being in here has not enlightened me. My goat is definitely dead. Not really seeing any other useful options here. Maybe this is not where I need to be searching. That's the gear. It's odd that the door would be so dark. I don't remember the door being dark, but maybe that's just how the section works. Look, when you're looking for secrets, sometimes you gotta squish a few goats. Yeah, that's a standard exit. It's just... Weird. Alright. You know, my goat just pulses light periodically. I don't feel like the spine of the stronghold would have a secret. I think this level being kind of annoying. Let's see. If I was going to be a secret in one of these levels, where would I be? I'd be like down here. Well, I have to reset anyway. I don't remember what these buttons do. I don't have nearly enough things to button them. So I guess we'll just go slow until I get to the bottom one. See maybe if it does something. Like some sort of goat button combination. Great, I have to resolve this. I don't oh, wait, hold up. You know, Pat, maybe this is really about the specific resource you have right here. This block. Okay, maybe it's not about that specific block. Definitely feels like it, though. Yep, that's it. It's all about the block. So I have to wait very carefully between bonks. Oh, and that's why you don't stand there. Damn. That is a big number. 2 to the 5th. How you doing, Kappa? Thank you for the 32 months. Criminy. It is ridiculous sometimes when I think about this. And then my ice melts. But binary does make it easy. Makes some other things very easy. Makes other things very hard. But I hope you're doing well, and once again, thank you again for the 32 months as I destroy my ice block for yet another example of what not to do. Okay, goat. Alright. I almost squished the other one. Okay. Oh, wait, no. Right. That's the problem with my brilliant plan. It'd rather involve being on the other side of this airlock. Okay. Alright. I'm not really sure resolving this is going to solve my problem, though. Okay. Man. Why'd I pick a level that requires an inordinate amount of patience? At least in other levels, I kind of noticed, like, useful stuff. I'm not really seeing anything in this one. Like a darkened thing, a darkened spot you wouldn't necessarily go to. I kind of wonder, again, if it, like, spawns in one of these areas down here after the rocks fall and everyone dies. But haven't come up with a good idea yet. And I continue to scratch my nose. And the cicadas continue to cicada, because that's what they do. They truly live for it. Whoops, I have to put the CD in my computer. How you doing, McEmblem? Thankfully, a scapegoat does not come on CD. And I don't have a CD I don't have a CD drive, even if I wanted to. Well, there's a few spots here I wouldn't be able to go to otherwise. But my guess is if it's anywhere, it's behind this gear. No, I guess not. Oh, I didn't... Well, I couldn't have left them all squished there. CD's nuts. Okay, I'm not convinced it's this room either. Or maybe this game is really good at hiding. Oh, I guess I missed this room. It could be in 1-7. Bah. Okay. This room has a suspicious spot up there. I can't get above that. That doesn't help. Let's learn what we're supposed to do. Okay, that flops those. Okay, let's just start over so that I have this correct first. Well, that was wrong. But we can learn from this experience. Okay, so that's all of those. The man said as he got squished. One, two. One. Of three. One. Oh, right. Of three. Why do I have one extra? Oh, then I have to lure him down there. Why do I have one extra? By lure, I mean just drop him down. Oh, oops, I could have still recovered from what I was doing. Alright, so when I've found things before, they've been, like, well hidden, not just, lol, you managed to hit the right tile. I guess one did require being in the right, exactly right spot. How did give you one of those as extra slop? Oh, come on. What does that even mean? Am I still streaming? Apparently I am. Apparently Twitch decided that I didn't want to be watching Twitch anymore. That's what I get for not paying attention to the thing over here for like 4 seconds. I'm just gonna roll them all out. I don't really care. Just want to see if touching the far edge of that makes a difference. Nope. What's up, Matt? How you doing? I'm presently scapegoating without a cause. It's okay, I'm ego watching myself. Well, thank you for the 10 months. It always amazes me how quickly this time flies. I don't care about that. I don't care. I don't know what I'm doing. You're doing good? Excellent. Glad to hear it. I'm gonna wait for those two. I have a dumb idea. No, wait, that just turns on that cycle. There's no way to get over there. But I could do it with one fewer if I just use my rat friend. I'm not really sure why I'd do that, though. Or me. I could just use me. Oh. Yeah, I could just use me. Okay. So that doesn't help. And it just spins. Okay, you know, maybe it's not this one. Maybe there's a trick in the spine. currently trying to find secret rooms and not doing a terribly good job. I guess I could squish this guy. It's worth a shot. Okay, that didn't do anything different. Might look up a list of the rooms that actually have secrets in them. I'm running out of good ideas. Maybe one of these is an illusion wall? Let's see what the sheep have to say. What'd you say your name was again? No, wait, don't answer. I just can't know. I used to keep busy. No slowing down. Do you know what happens if I take time off? No, you're a sheep. Oh, you're headed upwards. Some of my brothers and sisters are exploring. You should say hello. Now you're presented with a choice. What will it be, goat? The forest or upwards in hope of escape? Okay, well that didn't change anything that matters. Need not used. Oh. I need to keep busy. Fair enough. What is this? Like, you don't need to press... Oh, you need to press the button if you want to go into the forest. I guess I do see something here. This is a bit of an oddity right here. This area up here. Nope. I might just have to look up which ones have the secrets, because I am completely oblivious at this point. And flailing wildly. Okay, well I can check one of these rooms. 2-1 is a simple room that really hasn't have much in it. Though, no, I guess those windows exist on all of these things. Did I go to the forest place yet? Yes, I did. So I've beaten all of the normal levels. All that's left in this game, if and I want to, is to exit via one of the normal exits. So there's an exit here and an exit here, I think. But there's bonus stained glass window rooms, and I want to get them all. So I've gotten 7, 8, and 9, apparently. And I'm just kind of flailing around trying to find any of the other ones. Because they're all hidden somewhere in here. But I don't know where. The one thing I do know is they're not in the orb rooms. There's no orb room that leads to a secret. Everything else, I don't know. This room was literally just a timing puzzle. What could possibly be here beyond the timing puzzle? Like, I'm just considering my options. Like here, there's 4 rooms to search. It's not small surface area. Oh. Oh, right. The whole point of this is just to get the magic hat, which I didn't do. Alright. I just want to know which rooms have the hidden exits. That's all I really want to know. I don't really want to know how to find each one. I just want to know which one is which. Okay, here we go. Alright, cool. This just has a list of them. That's what I'm looking for. I am happy to cheat at this level. Alright, 2-6 has a secret. We are going to find the secret in 2-6. That is the goal. Here's the room where I murder things. And then restock things for murder. Oh, oops. Okay, I didn't effectively murder things yet. But there's a secret here. You get one for free. Then the rest you have to do manually. But it's not a difficult level. So I wonder if I can, like, get this guy to melt these ice blocks. I forget if these are meltable. They are! Alright, now we're in business. We just tunnel out of the level. Well, crap. He's gonna fall down on me. He fell down on me, but not very well. I'll live with that. Okay, cool. Oh god, it blinds. Alright, well I can't get through here. I get the feeling... No, I didn't want that. Not really sure what I want to do here. There's not a lot of good options. Forgot how sunglasses, the stained glass levels are. Yeah. I beat one, and that one had very little between us and the glass, and so it was kind of painful. This one's a little bit better. Anything I could... I have very limited goat powers here. Like... once that starts going, there's not much I can do. Well, I have a dumb idea. Let's see how this works. Okay, idea did not work. The idea here being that I'll use the rat to block the explosion, because he's an explosion-proof rat after all. That's how those usually end. But this time, no. This time won't be different. What other options do I have? I guess I can send him down the opposite way. But then he does that. I didn't, like, accidentally get a hat or something when the level started, did I? There's nowhere near enough time. And I still have to get out of this stupid room. And there's nothing the rat really couldn't do for me. Well, let's let this play out, I guess. Because the fiery things will at least blow up the other fiery things. I mean, there's not going to be much level for me left by the time I get over here, but you know. I don't know, this might work. I'm just kind of hoping those rocks might do something different. Okay. Let the chain reaction complete. Yeah, I just did that before reading your message. Let the rat go counterclockwise? Sure, why not? Or go clockwise. Counter to what she was going. So... Like, it's bizarre. It's an interesting timing, because, like, he has to hit there right as the guy turns twice. Which is going to be tricky at the best of times. But I still don't see a way out of this. Like, rats cannot touch skulls to make things happen, as far as I can recall. It has been a while since I played, admittedly. But... see, that's what I meant to do. That worked. Like, that's exactly it. Oh, except I needed to do those things. Yeah, probably not the solution if it's incredibly tricky. But the trick is to use the rat, use my mouse buddy, rat buddy, as a blocker. And I did it once. It's possible to do, and that was the dumb idea I had before. I just didn't execute correctly. I can't drop him when I'm being pushed by boxes, so it's kind of important for me to do this at the right time. Okay. I need to double jump really fast. Okay, I think I pressed B twice. I didn't get him to absorb it. Like, this has to be it, because I have no way to get my goat out. But it's tricky business, this. Okay, that's another thing. Instead of going instantly, I actually want I want him to do this around when he flips back to give me a few extra seconds. It's too long. Not here. Nope, he got flung up instead. Okay, I think I want to put him on the box. Nope. He's a load-bearing rat. Okay, I got it. Not sure how, but I got it. Okay. So I need to know what that skull does. That's why I don't want that to go over that way. I didn't even pay attention to what the skull did. Which was a little bit of a problem. Okay, so my random flailing does occasionally work with this. Oh my. It moves some stuff up top. Oh, it probably opens this area up. Don't know why you thought this game was Goat Simulator, not what you expected. How you doing, Fedora? Oh, it's a type of Goat Simulator, just a very different, more sedate Goat Simulator. Know the timing. Just gotta wait for him to be out there. And then remember to drop my mouse buddy so he eats the explosion and not me. Okay. Oh, dang it. I almost had that. Okay, we're getting there. We've learned the art of goat foo. Yeah, if I hadn't jumped before, I would have been fine, but I panic jumped at some point. Double pressed B there. That's what happens. Okay. And I am way too late for this to work. Okay. Also, regardless of the visuals, this track is still a massive banger. Okay. Okay, I understand what's going on up there. But not well enough. My mouse dropping skills are just not effective. Okay. No panics. Unless they're Doki Doki panics, but that's a whole different can of beans. Yeah, that's timing. Lots and lots of timing. Said the man who just got a mosquito in his face. Downsides of streaming outside. Bugs. Unreliable power plugs. Probably other things. Oh, that! Could I have even made it up there? I'm gonna have to fight the timing there more than I think I do. Regardless, nice to be back for a little bit. But I need to think about my end game here. I'll be way more careful. At least I'm getting better at not getting killed by immolation. I need to wait. Okay, I take it back. I'm not getting better at not being killed by immolation. Those remind me of good old Dance Dance immolation. Okay, there we go. Who needs to think about things when you could just do? Done. Alright. Success. What was the solution? I blocked with that, the rat, and I jumped very carefully on the stone blocks, so I didn't end up getting killed. It was literally the same thing I did over and over, just better. Alright, 1-2 apparently has one. Trying to remember how this works. This one isn't a hard one either. Okay, interesting spots. I can't move those blocks, so I need to find interesting places to be. So then we crunch these guys. You know what? Yeah, kind of hard to imagine, but it was literally just what I was doing, but better. Just timed better. Is he walking behind the... Like, something interesting is happening right there. Do the standard solution first, but I doubt... But there's not a whole lot of surface area here to mess with. Ah, I see, I see. Nope, I do not see. Interesting. Okay, try this again. Had to blow that. There's no way around it. Have to blow this. There's no way around it. What does the other switch do? It's a single push switch, so I don't have much choice. Once I push it, it goes. Like, the standard solution here is to throw rat up over wall, which reconfigures this such that you can get here. Not convinced that's interesting, though. I think I see what I have to do, and I think it's getting over there somehow. Nope. I've actually been up here before. Like, I'm just trying to find surface area where I haven't gotten my goat before. And we've gotten him basically everywhere. in the top area there. But not into that other, like, well area. That's not the side I need. Rat! Okay, I have an idea about making this marginally easier. If he's busy killing the rat, he won't notice me. No, that's not a good plan. Yeah, like, that area over there feels like an interesting spot to go look. The problem, of course, I gotta get past this schmuck. Nope. These are tricky ones, after all. Let's see what else have I been up to, really. Went to the wedding. That was nice. Hung out with some family. Hung out in Alabama with my dad for a bit. That was also fun. Yeah. He's enjoying his retirement. Doing gardening and things. Okay, what can I do here to make my life easier? Race ahead of the falling blocks? I thought there was some blocks in the way, but I'm happy to give that one a try next time. Tree blocks flammable. I believe the answer is no, but I wouldn't have recourse to move someone to it. Now, valid point. I could actually avoid unblocking him up. I can't avoid unblocking him up here. Well, but you've got kind of a point. But I don't think that would make a difference if I rode a block down or not. Well, oh, you're right. I could land in this square. But I think the answer to are the tree blocks flammable is no. I think they're just cube blocks. But we could try that. We could try the ride the block strat. Try it better, though. Might be another case where I just need to get the mouse to take a hit for me. Oh, oops. I completely spaced about what I was doing. Just, like, sat there and watched those. Just watched as they went past. No, I'm like... I don't know. I feel like this area up here has to be it. We'll see, though. You might think this is a worse idea. But somehow... There we are. I thought it would spawn the fireballs too far forward for it to get me. Alright, S2, here we go. Oh god, it's blinding. I didn't even see me. It was so blinding. Okay. So my goal is to get a hat. Yeah, I don't know why they did this. It's miserable for everyone involved. Someone turned on light mode. How you doing, Apprehensions? Yes, yes they did. The future's too bright. We gotta put on shades. Oh, what's up, Luis? How you doing? Cool. A spot where I can stand for half a second without getting destroyed. Never mind. It's not even that bright. I don't know. I think it depends upon the spawn, honestly. At least that's how I feel about it. Didn't get a notification? Oh, that's unfortunate. Sometimes Twitch likes to just turn off people's notifications. At least I've had that happen to me for a few streamers where I don't tune into them that often. But yeah, I don't know what to say. That's weird. I know it went through their system because it showed up on my side of things. But anyway, I hope you're doing well. Now I just have to not die to the pinwheels. If there's one guy I don't watch too often, but like sometimes if I'm in the right time zone, I'll watch him. Because he streams early in the morning on the East Coast. Only on Fridays, because that's the only time he can. He's got like a government job that makes it tricky. Are these ice? They're ice blocks. Okay, well that explains a few things. I see. Alright. So, this gets me a hat. I don't know what I want to do with that hat. I didn't think far enough ahead here. Okay, I think I see what I have to do. Wait, hold up. There's a spot I can stand. Alright, just trying to get ready to wake up early. Oh my. Yeah, wake up early is not my favorite thing. Had to do a little bit of that recently. For various reasons. Hoping Thursday I'll get up early. Just gonna go to New York for a little bit, do my touristy things. You're not worthy of the hat because you're not thinking ahead. Oh my. Trying to learn how to use the SMB3 program? Okay, cool. Yeah, I've heard that the current editor is kind of hard to use. I think from Herosoft. But I really can't speak to it because I've never used it. But I know like some people have made like decent things. You got like SMB3 Mix. There were a handful of... What am I doing? I don't need to put him on this block. Okay, you know what? I'm going to stop for a minute and consider my options. Okay, I can't really tell which kind of blocks are which. The magic hat lets me zoop around. I need to put the mouse somewhere where I can zoop to safety after acquiring it. Ah, that's the thing I'm missing. There's a skull under the hat. The skull has a hat. They should have put it one block higher, because that would have been funny. Then it would be wearing the hat, but no, unfortunately it is not. So, okay. So that's the plan here. We acquire the hat. I think I'm going to leave the mouse on that block to the right, but we'll see. This is a Scapegoat 2. The second of the Scapegoat duology. Set of 2 games. Puzzle platformer. Oh, it does spawn above. You're right. It's affected by gravity. I'm usually trying to not die when I'm looking at it. So I don't really notice that nice little touch. But it's fun. Some of the levels near the end and the post-game stuff is kind of tricky, but like it's mostly tractable. The harder part, rather than like implementing your plan, is usually figuring out your plan. Plus or minus a couple levels. Stained glass ones. And some of the, Torgalos levels. The Torgalos levels are just long and require you to be careful with your plans. Because you're not just controlling your goat, you're controlling the Torgalos. And the Torgalos is not your friend. The Torgalos has no friends. Because it's an undead snake thing. And they don't really need friends when you're an undead snake thing. Like, seriously. But yeah, the SMB3 contest they're held, SMW Central's holding in October, I think, should be cool. Don't know who they've got like signed up to do anything with that yet, but we'll find out when it happens. I, for one, will not be judging it, because I don't want to. No, I like SMB3, but I don't think I'd be a good judge for this. I could probably find some other good people who have like actual SMB3 experience hacking and all that. Could it be why it's hard to get people to watch if they don't get notification when you stream? It's possible, but sometimes people follow and don't really watch. I don't really know what to tell you. Like, it takes a long time to build an audience when streaming, and I'm certainly not the person to tell you how to do it. Because I've been at this a long time, and, I mean, at least 32 months of monetization, and I do okay for what I'm doing, but I'm certainly not, like, pulling, like, Desi numbers. Okay, so we got up here. But I couldn't tell you. Alright, well, first off, don't do that. But yeah, like I said, I have my own stuff set up for, like, finding people to watch. typically if I want to watch Twitch, I just go see what the people who follow me are streaming, and I usually find something good. Sometimes really weird stuff, which can be interesting. I've seen a couple of, like, adventure games that I'm curious about playing myself, so I didn't watch too much of it, which you think is a bit self-defeating, but it's still cool. But I also am just a lurker, so I don't usually say much when I see things like that. Okay, so I want... Used to make levels SMB3, don't know if you can make anything good to make. I mean, don't know till you try. But it is up to you. I don't know too much about the SMB3 hacking scene, really. One of those things I'd kind of love to explore at some point, but I'm not sure when. Okay, how much faster do I drop than these is really the question. I forgot which button it is to swap. I still don't know what button is swap. What button is swap? Use hat as X. Okay. Okay, gotta wait for that to go all the way out. And then jump into that. It keeps repeating what I say sometimes. Oh, interesting. Let me check something. Let me check something when I'm not dying. There we go. I've got the audio over here so I can check that. But it's been muted because that's something Twitch does whenever you have to refresh the page. Yeah, I would guess it's a buffering issue on your side if I had to make a guess. But I can't really speak to it. Went and checked. It's happening to other people. I may have to investigate, but I don't really know too much about how to fix that if it is. Because, like, my first thought would be is, like, I've got some sort of microphone issue, but I only have one microphone hooked up to this thing, and there's only one active. Well, there's two microphones, but there's only one that's active. So I forgot to drop my rat. Well, at least I got to swap once. Oh, let me fix this. Dropped it, earbud. My setup out here is a little bit unideal, I will admit. You know, given that I'm using two laptops to stream outside on a deck past midnight. But it does work for its primary intended purpose, which is to not wake up my mother while streaming. Just a concern for how old, you know, given my age, I really shouldn't be much of a concern, but here we are. Plus, it's actually kind of nice out here. It's cool. I think it actually might be warmer indoors presently. One of those things that just happens in summer in DC. It is a swamp after all. Even saw some bats. Went on a walk earlier for streaming, thinking, oh yeah, I've got this nailed down. I know how to stream here. No problems. There, of course, were problems. Power problems. If you better, no. I mean, I don't know. Some people find their groove outside. I'd say Replacement actually did a pretty good job of being an outdoor streamer. He went from being like an SMW Kaizo person. I think he's back to Kaizo. But for a while, he was just streaming on like South Beach or something, somewhere near LA, Orange County. I actually recognized one of the spots he was once and was like, oh, that'd be cool to go there. But never had a business trip that coincided close to it. Don't want to compare it. It might work better. I honestly can't speak to your environment. Like, usually I'm streaming in my apartment where that's not a concern. And if I have siblings visit, they usually bring earplugs, because they just like to sleep with earplugs. Years of sleeping with earplugs tends to do that. Okay. I have a hat now. Okay, what do I do? Not that. Anything but that. Okay, I think I want to drop my mouse buddy here, even if it does make this part a little bit more annoying. Because then I can zoop him through at least one of these, and I won't have to deal with the gauntlet back. Stupid ice blocks. Live in Iowa, so it's cold in winter, but now it's fine. I believe that. I was in Wisconsin the other day. And yeah, it was nice out at night. I think that the weather's similar in those places. But yeah, if the Wi-Fi reaches out there, that could be an option for you. Like, it just depends upon your setup. Like, my standard streaming setup would suck to move around. This isn't ideal and would only works because I have a second laptop for work that I brought for work. So I can use it to be a second monitor. But other people generally don't have so many laptops. I have a lot of laptops. Still got like 2 work ones I probably should return to work. But one of them, in one case, is at least I think the postage might be worth more than the laptop. At least they've written it off that way. I think my boss said if I gave him 20 bucks, I could keep it. I have a lot of broken laptops. That's how laptops tend to eventually get. They can be rugged sometimes, or they can be really flimsy. But, like, I think I counted it up. There's, like, I got something like 9 laptops sitting somewhere in my apartment. Several of which I probably should just take to PC Recycle. Let them go and take care of the ecological issues of it. Because, like, I really don't need a beta Chromebook anymore. I don't think I could, like, there's any value necessarily in keeping it. Like, no one ever said, man, I really wish I could research old versions of Chrome OS. So I guess that's an argument for it. But, like, I never used the thing. It just didn't turn out to be useful. And Google never made me sign anything to get it, so... it's mine now. Honestly, I don't even know if I still have the power adapter for it to boot. Okay, that's... okay, just calm down and wait for the right cycle. It's right here. That's not the right cycle. Play on your NES, SNES, or PS4. Don't know if you can connect it downstairs or something, so you don't wake up your parents. Yeah, I don't know how to help you. I don't have any good advice there. Like, this is the only time I'm not trying to wake my parents up is when I'm traveling. And typically, like, when I've been traveling and streaming at other people's places, I've had the advantage of distance or a lack of care because of earplugs. Like, this is one of the trickier ones. I thought about trying to stream when I was at my dad's place, but honestly, I was just too tired most of the nights. And there wasn't really a good place to set up that was far enough away. Like, I thought about outside, but honestly, it would have killed me. I'm not adapted to that kind of weather. It was like 80 degrees and change, and I know it's not even that hot at midnight. And went on a walk one of the evenings and just was pouring sweat when I got back. And I'm like, I didn't go that far. I didn't go uphill. I'm not in that bad a shape. There's a bug on the screen. Would not advise. But again, the reason for out here is I know that it won't bug my mother when she's sleeping because she can hear me from anywhere in her house. It's just the nature of it. I think she suggested either the basement or the garage, and I might try the garage come winter if I'm here and want to stream. Because what, in June it was a bit cool. In May it was a bit cool. Okay, here we go. That was the wrong time entirely. Games is difficult? Well, the thing is, we're at the very, like, end game here. Like, these are the secret hidden levels that I never beat. The other levels are much more about thinking about what you want to do. Like, some of them certainly are execution heavy. This one is very execution heavy. I just have to dodge all of the spinny blades of death. And there's a lot of them. And they're all on really inconvenient cycles. And because of where I want to put my mouse, all of the muscle memory I've developed for, like, the beginning part of this no longer works. Because I think putting the mouse here is more valuable so I don't have to figure out how to get through the spinny blades of death on the way back, which is probably why this block exists to begin with. But it doesn't make my life easier. Oh, God, it's so bright. Especially because I'm sitting in the dark. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, it's pretty dark. So it was like, huh, I don't think it's cloudy tonight. Where's the moon? And then I realized, oh yeah, that moon does seem to cycle around sometimes. Probably somewhere else. Might be a new moon. Or maybe it's just somewhere else. But I can look up and see the stars, so I got that going for me. Not that you can see too many of them. DC area. Too much light pollution. It's been so long since I've been here. What was my plan for this area? Something like go down here. Okay, cool. One problem solved. Use Mouse Buddy. Brilliant. Okay. Well... there we go. Done with that. GG indeed. Alright, continuing down the list. 3-7 has one. This room! Okay. Oh, thank you for the GG. I have like one idea. But I don't like it. No, no, no. This is a better idea than I think it is. Okay, this is easier than I thought. Alright, here's the idea. Once we stop failing, we can do this. So we bring him over here, so he's in an easier spot to control. Alright, maybe this isn't as brilliant of an idea as I thought it was. I'd like you to go the other way. Alright, well maybe we push him a bit further away. Well, because he's going the wrong way, it's never going to work. I need to move the mouse over. But I think I need to melt that particular block right there. Maybe both of those. So let's do that again. But I think I see... no, wait, he's still going the wrong way. I need you to go the opposite way, mouse. Okay. Well, I've made what we could call negative progress. I'm unconvinced what... oh, that's not going to work either. Okay, what if... let's reset him back to where he was. He was already there. There we go. That's a way better what if. Okay, let's try to get him to destroy it. That's one. That's two. That's him walking off a cliff. Cool. Now I just have to get to the hole in the wall. So at least we were right about that hole in the wall being very suspicious. Fuck! Sometimes you just have to find new and innovative ways to fail. It was briefly perfect. It just wasn't future perfect. Either way, not a hard one to replicate. Like, the actual execution there is really just getting to the top part. And I'll say that at least some of the reason for the failure there was me not holding the button. Thinking I could beat the level one-handed while I took a sip. And I could not. Okay. Alright, it's an auto-scroller. Got it. I understand auto-scrollers. Mostly. Another, yeah, that's the thing. We're going around collecting all the light mode levels. Light mode level clears. That's our goal here. Pick up all of our fragments so we can get the true ending or something. I'll be honest, I don't know if there is a true ending. Well, it was closer. Doesn't matter anyway. Okay. Well, I guess we're going this way. This is all very terrifyingly close, yeah. Alright, well, that didn't work. Apparently I'm being just slow now. There we go. Got a little bit of time ahead to plan. Just a little bit, though. Oh, wait a second. I'm gonna ride this box. No! Oh, I didn't realize that was a dropping thing. That's a fast dropping thing that produces a brick when it falls. I forgot about those. That's already dead. F indeed. I think this one's a lot easier than the last one by a decent measure. Like, some of these come pretty easy once you think about them for a little bit. Like, really, the only tricky bit here is, you know, be fast, and then figure out the ending quick. But I still think that the right move is surf this box. There we go. Just box surfing all the way down. Alright. Next secret is in 3-3. Alright. I remember this level being incredibly linear. So we'll see what happens. But I'm not optimistic. Not yet. Then I have to boop this. I have to boop that. Just get on. There we go. Did the proper booping there. And the reason why that was useful was... I legit don't remember. Oh, so he'll melt that block. That's why. In fact, that's probably the answer to problems, most likely. Just to get him to melt these extra blocks. Maybe get out of bounds. Oh, thank you for the GG. I don't think I can get him to go down. I don't think I can get him to shoot to the right. I can move this block. Interesting. I just noticed this. That block is destructible. But only if I can kind of push it off the block. Not really sure how I would do that. Might be a mechanic I've forgotten about. See, can my mouse buddy stop that by any chance? Nope. Let's not squish him. That's not nice. Definitely think that there's something there. Yeah, it's either... It's either trying to get out of bounds over here with this guy, or somehow... Okay, you know what? I want to watch the interactions with his little plinth. See if there's anything we can really do with him. Interesting. When that block fell... Can I erase that block? What, either of these blocks down? That might be helpful. Okay, not that wasn't helpful. The thing is, you don't actually need that, right? Because I can just do, like... Wait, what? Interesting. That must affect more than I thought it did, because I initially thought there was a speed strat you could do, where you just kind of throw it upwards. But yeah, that moves him up by 1. When he was down by 1, does that help? Okay, that gets us there. Can't get up higher than that. So what I need... Probably shouldn't mess with that too much. That opens that spot up. This one wooden pallet is definitely the most suspicious thing in this room. But looking at this, I don't know how I would ever use it. Because in order to melt the ice and get the block to drop, I would need to have melted the ice already. I don't think I can get him off his little plinth there. I can get up to him, which is interesting. But not directly helpful yet. Yeah, the ice block is on top of that. I have to do this because that moves him up by 1. And you need him up by 1 for that. I don't think pressing any of those has deprived me of the ability to, like... No. To theoretically beat this level. Okay. So that didn't help. If anyone has any ideas, feel free to chime in. I am not above that. Perfectly timed. Kind of curious if I can get him to proc a fireball while he's facing the other way. Like, I'm not convinced this is helpful, but it's like, it's kind of worth a shot. There we go. Aho! Okay. Well, that worked. We got him out. Now it's a god-awful timing puzzle. Oh, it's not even a god-awful timing puzzle. I could easily set that up. Okay, I understand exactly what to do now. I'm 80% certain that that the box, the suspicious box down there that I somehow never noticed whenever I played this game, is clearly the key to the whole thing. Yes, this is definitely relevant to my interests. Okay, and then we bonk this. Yeah, I don't need high jump to do that. I just need to get lucky. Okay, maybe lucky isn't quite the right word. And this is a lot harder to do without the block to jump on. I hope the wind isn't too irritating. Also experimenting with something new today. I broke out my audio sources into multiple streams, so in the event that, you know, something irritating happens, like a stiff breeze comes by, it'll be less noticeable. Are you kidding me? Alright, well... No, I understand what happened. Okay, so here's what happened. The key wasn't there, as we all saw, but what's very likely is the door is there. And the key is probably over there where the fiery dude is. Please do. Look, okay, I thought that's where the key was going to be. I thought there was going to be some floor there or something, you know? You can't blame me for hoping there will be floor. No, you don't know. Okay, there we go. Oh, except I think I already screwed it because I really needed that there to get up there, maybe. Okay, how about up here? Nope. Well, there's more blocks from destroy. I guess we could just let him destroy all of the blocks on this level. There we go. And that was just a red herring. Oh, no, it wasn't. You had to do it that way, because otherwise the fireballs wouldn't reach the hallway. Okay. Great. Really hard to see. What am I trying to do? Okay, quickly evaluate the situation. There's a fiery guy. There's a lot of whirling blades of death. I want to get a whirling blade of death to hit this switch here, which will presumably do something. There's also a fiery guy because, I don't know, why not? Good thing I have experience with this, having literally just done this a minute ago. You know, in retrospect... Oh, I only get to toggle... Okay, because these things are permanent. What am I trying to do? Not die. Not dying is merely the first step, I'd like to point out. I only need one of them to get to the end. So like I said, I only need... Is it? I mean, I don't think I've seen any, like, non-linear puzzles where, like, dying is the key to the whole thing in this game. It's not unfeasible, but I wouldn't say it's obvious. There's certainly games that have that sort of, like, taking advantage of death loop properties. Hell, the, crap, what was that game I played? The most recent adventure game I played. I'm drawing a blank on its name. The one with all the mirrors. So many mirrors. Okay, I did the thing. Oh, I guess I just win now. There we go. That had a death loop you had to use. Thank you for the GG. That's gonna bug me, not knowing what it was. I might have to look it up because it is going to bug me. Oh, that's nifty. Apparently my video today was the one that had done the best in a long time. It was Habaluta's QLDC level. Oh, Dark Seed. There we go. Cannot believe I've spaced on that. Dark Seed. Alright, next up. We're looking at 4-9. This one has a lot of surface area. A lot of unfortunate surface area. So let's at least try to solve this first, and then we'll deal with the next problem. I definitely need to, like, let that go a little bit longer. No. This music is what you expect to hear when you're watching a 2000s anime and the guy's mecha has a new technique that makes the villain go, Masaka? Nanioshimasu ka? Oh, the previous music? The stained glass window music? Makes sense to me. Definitely some badass stuff going down there. I don't remember the timing for this at all. Because you have to jump off the falling thing. Alright, that's way too late. That's way too late. Been a long time since I watched a mecha anime. Probably the last one I watched was Martian Successor Nandiaso and didn't even finish it. But that was years ago now, I guess. Damn. That's a fun one, but it's a product of its time. It's making fun of a very specific type of mecha anime that comes off a little bit dated now, but it's still fun. I think the movie sucked, though. I think it's just go as fast as I can. Yeah, fast as I can seems to be working better. Okay, that's actually a border. I thought that maybe there'd be a way to sneak around it, but no. Oh, that's why you don't go fast as you can. Because they need to never meet. Okay, almost. Still too slow. Code Geass. Isn't that... I don't know which one. One, like, people with, like, really gigantic foreheads. That might be the only thing I know about that anime. What is the point of that one? Maybe... Like, what does that other switch do? I don't even know what the other switch does. I want to find out what that other switch does before I make further plans. So the man who immediately threw his rat raw. Because I feel that's important to note. Okay, what does that do? It brings it... It brings it down then up. Interesting. Maybe there's supposed to be a much easier way to do this puzzle than I've been doing. There probably is, and I've just forgotten what it was because I last played this 2 months ago. Code Geass is the dude with the glowing eye. I'm pretty sure that's like the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because he's got the Millennium Eye and he can use it to cheat at card games, which makes him the best card game player in the world. Until Yugi has 2 brains and that prevents him from winning. But I might be remembering wrong. No, that's not the one. Okay, that's solid. There's a lot of anime with glowing eyes. Yeah. I think I actually understand how I was supposed to do this. That's how you're... That's not how you're supposed to do it. Okay. Let's see. I think I've seen this fellow before, but it doesn't narrow it down. Guess I could also point out to glowing eyes. That applies to Naruto as well. Wouldn't doubt there's more. Oh, yeah, there's definitely more. There's probably a page somewhere on TV tropes or anime list something, just listing all of the animes that have dudes with glowing eyes. Okay, that's how you're supposed to solve the puzzle. Not really sure what the point the other fire barrel serves, but... Oh, glowing eyes and mechas. That's fair. That's fair. Like, that's the solution to this puzzle. But why did I bring the second barrel along? What purpose did that second barrel serve? I mean, also I can take this thing out again. Which does what for me? Wouldn't you like to know? I definitely would. Like, I figured out how to solve the puzzle that's being posed. I just haven't figured out how to solve the second puzzle that's being posed. Because, like, I don't know if I solved this correctly. My recollection is that I needed the other barrel for something. I mean, let me show you. I can completely ignore the second barrel. Like, and in fact, I think I have to. Let me phrase this. I mostly need to. So you do that. You bring this down. I guess maybe if you're not fast enough. That wasn't smart. Like, I swear I could do this without second barrel. But you might be right. Yeah, I think you might be right. Second one can describe both Berserk and Final Fantasy VII. Oh, it's like a guy with a big sword versus a guy with a big sword and emotional trauma. Fair. Now I'm just kind of stuck on solving this without using the second barrel. Because I think it can be done. Big sword and emotional trauma. Once again, I'm wondering how many other anime that might describe. No, I guess you're right. Quick thought. Not there. Don't need to circle around. You know? Fair point. Alright, so you can actually do that completely without a second one. This barrel serves no meaningful purpose unless you need a little bit of extra height because your timing's lax. Things of interest, you can make the rat go around. I'm not sure what utility there is in it, but you can make him go around. I can push this thing to go back down. I can't go into the right side ever again, but I can push it to go back down. Which... Oh, I see. I think I see. Okay. Let's go back to doing this. Thank you, rat. So what I think I need to do is get to the spot right behind those books that move. Or where the books were moving. I think that's what I need to do. We'll find out shortly. And I see a way to do it, because I can charge and then do a double jump. Which is generally a good way to go about it. If it's not there, I don't know where it'll be then. Okay, a little bit too short. His name's Gerald, but he's a good mouse. I think the reference is probably lost on me. I don't think of like any anime that have like mice. I guess Totoro has mice, maybe. Tom and Jerry. Oh, Tom and Jerry. Oh man, nice space in here. It's one of those you think you'd remember that. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Played this game a while back. It's a good game. Like, I played it a long time ago. I think I found I'd gotten it in, like, some random Humble bundle back when those used to be a lot better. But... yeah, I remember Vahooligan playing this at a GDQ and thinking, that game looks fun. I'm gonna go play it. And so I did. Not a very good story, honestly. Tom and Jerry's the best anime. Cory in the House. Clearly the best anime. Okay. Okay, I think after bonking my head, I can't get... You know, actually, I might be able to hit that thing without the mouse. Not sure it helps, but it'd be kind of cool. Maybe a little lower. Yeah, that's probably smart. Is it really maneuvering if you're a goat? Wouldn't it be goat-oovering? Ow. Do I care? No. I think it's funny. Yep, there it is. Now to just not die. Alright. Now to blind everyone again! Okay, what are we looking at here? All the fiery things want to kill me. Okay. So... we suddenly Toho now. I understand now. Not dying is the hard part, yes. Everyone but you. It was going so well. Okay, the part I'm missing is... Oh, I needed to catch on fire first. Otherwise, this whole exercise is pointless. Okay. I need to not get squished by the things, or else this whole exercise is pointless. Goto, I think, is the proper genre. I was about to say not enough hats, though. Only one hat. It's hard to get that started without dying. Escape Goto 2. I'd play it. I mean, I am playing it technically, I suppose. Okay, now what? What did I do that was meaningful there? Oh, crap. I need those guys to press stuff at the same time. Okay. Well, I've successfully made them further apart. They have the same path length. So a couple more ticks and I should have them close. Maybe. Ooh, that was close. This doesn't seem to be working. I see what I'm doing wrong. That should do it. I was close to doing it. Nuts. I don't think I need to make him delay a whole number anymore. That's worse. Oh, actually, I can get him to pause on the mirror. That's probably better. So I want him to touch the mirror first. I need them both to stand still. Simply getting them together isn't enough. I need to get the mouse to get them to sync up and get stuck together. Lovely. I think after I hear it click. It's too early. Classic goat making all mouse do all the work. It's how it's done. As we know, the cartoon chain of command goes mouse, cat, dog, goat. At least I'm pretty sure. feel like I'm kind of close. But not really close. What? What do they want from me? Did everything in this game and don't remember this at all. Probably because it was tedious and annoying. Like, my initial thought was if I could get them to touch well enough, but they have to be stuck for a while. Like, I need to get them to, like, stand there. And I can't make my mouse buddy stand there forever either. Like, I'm gonna have to bait these guys with me, too. And I just failed it. Feels like you need to be lower to be able to install both Reapers on their respective buttons, which sounds awful. Yeah? Oh, no. I need to accomplish that before the blocks drop. I think? I don't even know what it does. Realizations. JavaScript? Yes. No, wait, no JavaScript. Okay, so... Lucky language, yes. Okay, I think... Oh God, what do I think? I think this sucks. I got one dude to stand still where I need it. BRB, alright. I'll probably be here, goating away. Okay, I was close. I just need to drop my mouse buddy when I got there. Crap. Okay, if I jump ever, then he moves, which defeats the purpose. There has to be a better way to do this. There absolutely has to be a better way to do this. Let me think about this. Nope. Like, either I am trying to solve this puzzle in the completely wrong way, very possible, or I had it while I died. Oh, one of the attempts, the recent attempts? Dang it. Should have shifted left. I get the feeling that once I get this, I'm going to be unhappy with the end result. Because really I need to get it while everything catches on fire above me, or else it doesn't count. Because what it probably does is unleashes those dudes over there. Which prevent you from doing things. Going immediately and being low enough to have the left one shoot when he turns. Yeah. Not quite. I didn't manage to stay inside his view. No. But I think you're right about going immediately. Like, very few things in this game require waiting for cycles to line up beforehand. I just need to drop the mouse so I can do the jump. Need to not do that so I can do the jump. Just need to stay right in his field of view. That was close. I actually saw the third one move. I think if I hadn't died, I might have seen something more. Alright, go immediately. Don't walk. Run! Nope. Get out of his field of vision. Too high. Nope, still too high. Need to be willing to dip. It's called a scapegoat, not stay in jail goat. You need to move. These are true statements. I had something going there. I'm not sure it was the right thing, but I had something going. Just trying to do the goat mouse button block. I have to drop the mouse. I have to, or else he loses interest in me. ...2014 is probably I don't remember squat. Oh man, is this game 10 years old now? Crap. Time flies, I tell ya. I have an idea, maybe. I did it. What did it do? Okay, I liked my idea there. Eating the first fireball actually helped quite a bit in terms of keeping his attentions in the right spot. It gave me a little bit of leeway to work. So the man who immediately forgot his strategy and stopped doing it. I guess I jumped first. I forgot to charge first. I gotta jump quicker. Okay, drop the mouse, but I need to jump a little bit quicker. Wonder what it does. It drops the rock on the button to the right, and that does something on the left. Okay, that's the thing I haven't seen yet, is what it did on the left. When I pause, it won't tell me, because that's not how pausing works in this game. Hey, both fireballs. Too late. Okay. I think I'm on to something with this set of moves. If I remember to drop the rat. No, I didn't jump early enough. I need to, like, jump higher now, I guess? I don't know. Okay, I got it to do a thing. I saw the thing, almost. Between the obnoxious background and the fact that I'm dodging lots of fireballs, it makes it very hard to tell what's actually going on. Clip. Actually, I'm gonna watch the clip because I'd really like to see it without having the force of having to look at everything that's going on. I guess it would help if I let this particular site use JavaScript, I suppose. Okay. So I can see it completing. It just opens the area up down there, which I guess means theoretically I could ignore the rest of the level if I can unlock that and then move to the right quickly. It's not the worst idea. JavaScript, yeah. By default, I'm one of those people who by default doesn't allow JavaScript. I'm not using NoScript, I'm just using Chrome's built-in thing. But I have to OK domains individually. I've kind of gotten used to it. What's up, Fries? How you doing? An adequate streamer. I'll take it. We are streaming from the great outdoors. Because it's just kind of fun to do. Not adequate enough for Fries. Well, dang. We can't all be good enough for Fries. There's a bug that keeps getting on the screen. It's really annoying. Never understand what they think they're going to get out of that. Maybe bugs use photosynthesis. Once again, I got it to drop, and I could not do anything with it. Like, basically, I'm so focused on the drop. I'll tell you about Greyhound. Okay. So, my buddy was taking the Greyhound back from college. And I don't know if I can try to play this and tell the story at the same time. So he's taking the Greyhound back from college. About, 2 or 3 hour Greyhound. Not the worst Greyhound trip ever. And he gets to the station. Gets about to get up onto the bus. The bus driver says, "Oh, no, sorry. Bus is full. You have to wait for the next one." And he's like, "Oh, man, this is going to suck. Because Greyhound buses, it's going to take like hours, get another one." 5 minutes later, a new Greyhound bus rolls up. And him and like the 3 other people who couldn't get on the bus get on the bus. And now they're waiting a little bit just in case anyone else wants to get on. This guy comes up with 2 giant garbage bags and says, "Hey everybody, my buddy owns a bagel shop, so I got all these bagels. Who wants bagels?" And so he basically spent the whole trip back double fisting bagels while lying across the entire aisle of a Greyhound bus. It boggles the mind. But he was the only person to ever have a good experience on Greyhound, I'm pretty sure. So, the more you know. Whether or not you would trust the man with a garbage sack full of bagels is a different question, but he took a shot on it, worked out for him. As far as I know, he's still not dead of them. Yeah, very weird. I mean, Greyhound's always weird, but at least this was the positive kind of weird. rather than the frequently negative kind of weird people often experience with Greyhound. Had an okay experience with Greyhound, but that might be because you're in Canada. It's very possible. I mean, Greyhound is quite literally, you're honest because you have no other choice. No one takes a Greyhound because they're like, man, that's the great way to see America. Or Canada. I keep walking off. Would untrapping those saws? I'm not sure. Oh, right. So, I think to untrap the saws... Let's see. I guess I'd get a mouse buddy up there. No, mouse buddy does not untrap saws. The saws would destroy both sides. Oh shoot, that's actually a lot easier than everything I've been doing. Yes, it's very possible that would make things a lot easier. Oh god. One of those, I became very insistent upon a very bad strategy moments. Almost. Yeah, it would have worked if I was willing to give it another, like, hour or so. And it was more... Well, let me flail around a bit first before you decide whether or not it's more entertaining. It might take me a bit to get back to that state. Followed by, what's the point of those? Yeah, I was thinking, like, it kind of looked like it could be cheese. Because then you don't involve anything at all with the other elements that are on the screen. But... Also, I hope that the Greyhound story was to your liking, Fries. Since you had to wait in suspense for so long. Oh, if I didn't charge, I would have been fine. I was trying to think if there's anything else of cool things that have happened that I could tell a story about. Speedrun probably skips the saws. That's probably true. That's probably true. Thinking about it, the game is just like Nightmare Cafe. I mean, I think exists an awful lot of games that have the principle of, oh look, here's a room with a puzzle you have to solve, platforming or otherwise. Did it swap them back? Second skull timed wrong. Fair point. Let's learn about skulls. Okay, I see now what you mean by second skull timed wrong. Oh, okay, yes, I understand. Oh, I had a different idea about what you were supposed to do there than was indicated on the box. I mean, I guess if we're going to talk about it, we could say that Inversity was also pretty much equivalent to Nightmare Cafe. Like, it's just a good category of puzzle game to build because it's fairly straightforward. You can see all the elements on screen at once, which helps a lot when you're building levels and beating levels. And it was a useful constraint when you were making NES games because, like, doing multiple screen stuff requires knowing a lot more about how scroll registers and everything work. And if you can ignore that, your life gets a lot easier. I see what I saw. I hope they don't come back. Okay. Like the extra height, just in case. Good timing for that. Okay. No! But now, there's no fire everywhere. I mean, fire has its advantages. It also has its disadvantages. Such as setting things on fire when you don't want them to be. Such as one's socks. Believe me, I don't feel any better about it than you guys do. But we get more goat toe. There we go. Why would you not want to set things on fire? Typically because I need them to not be on fire. There exist many things in life that I don't necessarily want on fire, like my socks. I guess I did light my socks on fire at least once, so that probably is not the best example. There we go. Dying for content. I wish I could say I was throwing for content. Fire is fun till you're the one burning. Oh my. Alright. Our next stop is in 4... 3. Thanks for the GG. Alright, now we gotta figure out what to do in this room to unlock the room. Alright. So what did I learn here? Nothing. Oh, there's another GG. Okay, I think I see what I was supposed to learn. I think. Almost. Okay. So, you see that little gate down there? That gate serves no purpose in actually solving this puzzle. The gate, like, under the bolt to the left. I think I need to play that part smart. I think I need to not get squished. Oh, kitchen gun. How you inspire us all to clean with bullets. Yeah, actually getting that to work took some doing, because I'm out traveling right now, and I don't usually have that kind of thing set up for overlays when traveling, because I can't use any of my generic ones. But this one worked out really easily. Oh, that worked. Hit that. Be careful. Oh, I guess that was the intended solution rather than grabbing the key. But the clear surface here is right there. But I'm kind of glad I did. Now I'm upgraded to a more recent version of OBS on this machine. I can upgrade on the other machine without worrying too much. Oh dear God, why is it always so bright? I think this is just a stealth mission. Oh no, it's not a stealth mission at all. I see what we gotta do. Let's rock it. Rocket goat! Oh, oops. I like rocket goat. Because he's a rocket goat. Still amazed that my William Shatner song is still in the competition. Ah, okay, I see what I'm doing here. I think. I'm gonna be honest, I actually don't know what I'm doing yet. Clearly I want to break these. I think there's no consequences for breaking those. I don't think I want to break those other ones, though. I wonder if one of those tiles is goatable. Alright, let's test the theory. Like, oh, not right there, though. My current working theory is that there's another type of tile, but because of how the background looks, it's really hard to tell. Alright, cool. That worked out. It kind of worked out. But I think I see what to do so far. We'll see if it continues to work. Okay. Well, now that doesn't help. Send the mouse and follow the mouse in the hole. Here's the problem. I need fire. Is that even at a height where I could have done fire? He would have needed to be down one tile, too, for this to work. Oh. Right, I can knock the thing down one more time and try. I think I see. It's annoying, but I think I see. Oh. I think I see better now. I note the existence of 2 of these tiles, and I'm not using either of them. Strimmer sees. What do your elf eyes see, Strimmer? Okay, I see this block. I saw that block. Well, I'm just going to stand here because I'm pretty sure this spot's safe. And it was. Okay. I can travel between these 2 with Goat Charge. That's good. Alright. Then I think the next step is to bonk this. That was cool. Well, the next step was to charge in there and actually make it work. But I think I have a set of moves that will work. Remain cautiously optimistic. Well... no. That is a really annoyed bug. Quit circling. Truly obnoxious. Crap. This one needs more fire? I think this one has plenty of fire. Just properly applied fire. Okay. Just relax. Oh, right. I guess this works. Sooner or later, he'll see it. God, I hate ice blocks. Okay. Ow. How is it getting worse? Nope. I have to charge at the end. I need the height to prevent me from dying. My initial thought was if I charge, I won't have to deal with that, but no, I need to charge at the end. Takes time to get started on an ice block. I can hear some sort of emergency vehicle in the distance. Boy, I sure wish I could keep the altitude. But I can't. Hey. Get in there. Okay, goat. Don't just stand there. I walked off. I keep saying, I know what I'm going to do, and then I proceed to not do any of it. Okay. So what's the point of that one block? It's kind of irritating when there's a spot where you used to be good at it, and then somehow you just completely and utterly lose all competence. I think my new brilliant plan is not nearly as brilliant as I envisioned. Could you please fire? There we go. Okay. What? What'd I bonk on? Oh, it was a little bit too low. Had to watch the instant replay. Yeah, that bottom guy just feels superfluous. Like, he's just there to mess with you. Okay, that's 1. 2. Dead. Kind of more clicky-clacky type of critter around here. I think the last level was harder to execute on. I don't know what's causing me to have so much problem here. Okay. Goat, just park yourself there. This is goat parking. Cool. What I'd like to say is the only hard part really is the bit at the end. Where, having goated well enough, I've opened the gate. But I don't think I can get back up. Nope, too low. Maybe jump, charge, jump. Instead of jump, jump, charge. Go. Just fall anywhere. I'm amazed how often I'm touching that dude's square and not suffering for it. Thought someone turned on their sprinklers for some reason. Yeah, that was a lot easier than jump, jump, charge. Almost like that was a smart move. Oh. Oh my. Alright, well that was... Which one was that? 2, 1, 3, 8, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. Let's see. What do we got now? 9. Okay, we're on to 10. 7-2, apparently. Okay. I'm trying to remember if I hate this one. Oh, tiny hammer. What does tiny hammer do? I think tiny hammer blockifies it. Which is interesting. Alright. Probably need him to not be tiny yet. I think really the crux of this one is crushing these two things. Or maybe moving them into more manageable spots. Or crushing. Crushing also works. Ah, it worked. What do I do now? I need to knock these all over, but not like that. Oh, I need to bring the mouse buddy back. Despawn him, and then I hit that. That works. Okay. I remember now. I'm not sure if solving the puzzle actually helps so much as, like, narrowing down the surface area that is level versus not level. Alright, I can do this over and over. I can do this over and over until I get it right. Or at least marginally less wrong. I guess I trapped that one on that side. Mistakes were made. Ah, darn it. Oh, darn it. Okay, so... it's too early. Still too early. I was thinking the arrow might have something to do with it. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, the arrows are actually correct. Not what you'd expect. Okay. Then we bring our mouse buddy around, throw him up here, and then bonk. That area becomes free. There's that whole area that's blocked off there. What does this switch do anymore? Nothing. Okay. Can I get out of this spot? Nope. Alright, not helpful. Right, you need the tiny hammer before you can do the whole thing. I like more tiny hammers in my life. You're back? Excellent. That's way too early, yeah. There we go. Just had to eyeball it. Excellent. Yeah, I could go for... Oh, for fuck's sake, I pressed X, a B instead of X. I could go for some eggs. I had breakfast like 3 days in a row. It was nice. When I was over there for the wedding, stayed in a bed and breakfast. And breakfast was, of course, included because it's a bed and breakfast. It was actually pretty good. Usually some eggs. Always had a parfait, which was pretty tasty. Don't eat many yogurt parfaits in my life. Got granola, other good things in them. Probably not the healthiest of options, but, you know, still pretty tasty. Alright, well, that was not a good plan. Fortunately, it's remediable. But, like, I've covered almost all the surface I can cover here. Unless it's, like, directly on top of one of these. Which I would have discovered on accident by being bad at some point. Possibly down here? No. There's no other switches. That's it. No, it's not it! Oh, man! I was like, this area right here serves no meaningful purpose. It has to be this. No, it is not. It's not at all. How? I don't know. I just don't know. Is it down below? Possibly. Oh, where the saws are? No, I checked that a minute ago. If I can crush them, I'll show you in a sec. Gotta love the bits where, like, you almost get it and they just crawl up my mouse block instead. I also like to point out, I really love the sheer variety of mouse blocks. They didn't have to do that. Considering what a silly power-up this is, but they did put the work in. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to show you. So, I went and checked. Yeah, there's nothing here. Unfortunately for me. Yeah, I did check that this is the level. If I double check again, which level am I in? It doesn't say. 7.2. And the one I need is in 7.2. So I've been willing to check to see that, to check the rooms I'm looking for this stuff. Because I just don't want to spend so much time trying to solve a puzzle that doesn't exist. I respect people who want to do that for this class of game, but the surface area in this game is frequently large. Even for being a one-screen puzzle kind of game. There we go. Damn it! I keep pressing B! It might be the case that I am getting tired. There we go. Push X. Push X. There we go. Like, you can go around. But other than that, like, I'm missing something at this point. Like, I really thought I was onto something with that little well area over there to the left that didn't seem to serve any meaningful purpose, but we jumped around and there was nothing there. My guess might be that once you find the key, that area is where the door is. But having not found the key... It's not down there. God, I wish it spawned me on the dang hammer. There's no reason to make you do this. Yeah, that one looked good. Until I fell down in the friggin' hole. I don't want to be hole-bound. It's a friggin' hole. Okay. The fuck? I'm trying to decide if that was them telling me to shut up or something, or just surprised at the noise I'm making. It's not like I'm being terribly loud, but it is a pretty quiet evening. There we go. X. Don't press B. Okay. Then I can press B. Like, I've jumped around in this area, and I'm just not convinced. Just push that there. This feels like the right thing to do. But I can't see any more surface area to mess with that's, like, meaningful. That's still off. Couldn't it be in any of the spots occupied? I thought I jumped through that pretty thoroughly. It's also a spot you would naturally kind of find yourself if you're beating the level normally. So... No. Like, the only spots that I really see that are really suspicious are really, like, the area below here. Which I checked. There's nothing there. At least nothing that spawns yet. Shove the ice blocks in the ditch. That's not a bad idea. I think they all just go down the tube if you don't time it, though. Definitely did that earlier. But since we're exploring, why not? So, as you can see, swept this pretty thoroughly. My thought there was actually to not die and see if there was, like, a hidden spot, but that didn't work. Yeah, very curious. Not really sure what to make of it. Man, I am not good at timing that. I think after all of these shots, I'd finally get it, but no. Okay, let's see if maybe there's just, like, a spot somewhere. No, there's no place to stand. Like, I think I've swept all these tiles pretty thoroughly at this point. I don't think I can get the saws out to do anything. Because they're always redirected by the ice blocks. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. Like, I really thought... Yeah, once I lift that, there's no coming back. Yeah, I really thought it'd be somewhere around these, but, like, usually they're not in a spot you'd end up in the natural cause of solving. Which is why I was so gung-ho about this spot down here. Because there's no reason to ever be in here. But it's clearly wrong. So... Like, unless I can find a way into the right side over there, which kind of feels like it might be possible for this area over here, I really don't see any other options. Just easier this way. Okay. There we go. Back at it. I wonder what these wire things are. Either I'm going to leave all that alone for the time being and just try to hit my face into random walls. On the off chance that it works. Because, like, I'm just not seeing any other useful options. Like, maybe, is there, like, a spot that my mouse could crawl? Like, I don't know, let's give him the benefit of this and let him wander for a little bit. You see, maybe there's a spot in the wall I'm missing. Yeah, the area above the ice blocks is incredibly suspicious. I just don't see a way to get into them. Like, I can determine solidity of area using Mouse Buddy. And it seems fairly solid. Look, I kind of wonder if there's a button or an effect that the button has after the fact. And that's something I can also play with. Because initially this did the same thing as all of those switches combined. But now it does nothing. Well, it did a subset of the switches. It did a subset of the switches. No, you needed all of these together for that to work. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I am utterly baffled. Like, try pushing the button after dislodging the blocks. I did that. It doesn't actually do anything. This attempt is already pretty dead. Like, it did something that the other switches already did. All right, I'm curious. There are hidden buttons? Oh, there's no way I would have figured that out. No way. Ugh. That is not a thing I like. I need the hammer. Okay. Oh, nope. When you feel like you've got the timing, but it tells you no. There we go. Yep. You can kind of hear it when he moves over to the right here. There we go. That was ridiculous. Listen carefully for the clicks to find secrets. Yep. I agree, that's dirty. What this has done hasn't helped me. Great. Oh, wait, never mind. It opens that way. Okay, cool. There we go. Ew. That was not my favorite of the puzzles they've posed so far. Okay, we have the cape. What does the Cape of Vengeance do again? Zoops. Okay. Continue zooping until zooping is satisfied. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. But I guess I succeeded. That was so much easier than finding the damn thing. That was a trivial... I guess that was it. The hard part was finding it. Not actually beating the level. Man, hidden switches was racing the dropping block. That makes a lot of sense, that after you do all the zoops, then you just need to go around the circle. But yeah, that was easy. That was the easiest one of those. Period. I was like one try and I was done. I could do it again if I wanted to, but I don't.